Welcome everyone. It's the Vision F1 series. It's round 5 in season 4. We're here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're just about to start any second now. It's Franklin and Fanotti leading us on into turn 1. It's a great start for the leading 4. Malone, we see a bit of lag from Rally here. The top 4 still going strong. They have an incident in the back. Well, there seems to be, I'm running with that lag. It can't be easy to drive, but of course still going strong. See, they're really tight here. Everyone top 7 still battling for positions here. Rally going for a move. Let's see if he can make it stick. Malone still on that inside. Tries to take the position back. He takes the position back. Rally spins. Rally spins and spins into, I think that was Horacek. Probably we'll have to wait to see a replay on that probably. The top 3 together now. With, I think it's Gutman behind, about a second behind there. Now going into this really tricky coastal section. Malone, how does it feel when you're going into this section?
That's the most tricky corner of all season, I would say. But everybody goes through the first time pretty well, I think. We have to take a look at Franklin because he's on a different strategy than Vanotti and Malone. Malone and Vanotti both on the C4 tire, and Franklin actually was going on the C1 tire. So that's a huge difference.
Yeah, you could say that he's probably doing the opposite that Malone and Vanotti is doing, right? He probably will go long whilst Malone and Fanotti will go really short and then go into pits. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how that plays out. Could be smart, yes, because obviously this is a tricky track to overtake on. Main overtaking points are turn 1, 2, I'd say probably turn 3 as well. But it is hard to get by, and once you get by, you could probably stay in that position for quite long. So playing it smart on hards could be a good tactic as well, I think.
Yeah, and we already saw Malone taking second place from Franklin due to that harder compound of tire. And of course, Malone wants more. He's really close to Vanotti here. This is going to be a real fight at the front.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one this race, I think. A lot of incidents, probably, I'm guessing. Obviously, Azerbaijan, quite a tricky track, a tight track, I must say. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to watch. Malone really looking to make that move, it seems. He's getting really close to Fanotti now. Into that cost section, just following him behind, waiting for a moment to strike. Yeah, he just has that traction, never exits, it seems right now. It's going to be interesting down the main straight if he can get by, or if Fanotti can keep that position. I'm guessing he might not be able to. Also, Malone started P4, so he's already moved up 2 positions. Very nice start from him. Oh, and there's contact behind with the wall. I think that was Gutman going a bit wide. Alright, this is the moment I'm talking about here. On the main straight, through the SS. Soon in DRS, I think. It's lap 2, so it should be DRS open. Yeah, we see the overspeed already in the slipstream as well. I think this is going to be an easy pass from Malone here.
Yeah, but he outbrakes himself a little bit here. And a slide. And Fanotti can immediately get back at him.
Yeah, this is really good racing. I love these 2 drivers here. They are really going for it. Every race we have seen them just battling for position. Or Malone tries to take the inside, but Vanotti lets him. We're looking behind now to see both cars.
Yeah,
it's tight from both of them.
But perfect to see that they leave space for each other. Very respectful racing here. Great job from both of them. Alright, we are in lap 3 already, so we're gonna get back to this fight, but we want to see what happened to the rest of the drivers, so we're gonna go back to the start.
Okay, we're going to take a look now at the start. A poor start from Gutman. We're looking at Jit. We're on board with Jit. Horacek on the outside. Oh, and Jit outbreaks himself. Hits. I think that was. I'm unsure who that was. But it's chaos. There's people everywhere. I think that's Albert in the grey car there. Ooh, there's going to be a lot of damage. This is going to play out. I think this is going to change the whole race, if I'm being honest. All right, we're taking a look at it here. Jit in the middle car. Obviously, we saw a huge mistake from him. Outbring himself, turns in, and yeah, yeah, that's a costly mistake. It's going to have huge consequences for the whole race. It's not what we want to see. I think he actually reverses a bit here. Let's see. No, he was hit by another car, and yeah, that's going to be a tough one for a lot of people. I think a lot of damage done there, but it's not what we want to see. It can happen. It's Azerbaijan. What more can we say, really?
All right, taking back at the start of Thomason has a real bad start. I think the anti-stall got into play there. But maybe he's lucky, because this is the reason why he can avoid the carnage in turn 1. Yeah, overtaking Georgiades. And, wow, immediately want to make a move on Gisbert. But, well, another really bad incident. Braking so late and taking out 8th.
Taking a look at it again in slow motion, it seems obviously he has the outside line, but then yeah, he just forgets to brake. Honestly, if I'm being honest, it just looks like he forgot to brake, and yeah, it's not what we want to see, really. It's a poor mistake, if I'm being honest.
All right, one more race start, and we are on board with Adita Morali. And as we can see here, he has strange movements in his car, and that's going to be a problem, probably. Going for turn 2, Malone is next to him. He could be a little bit more to the inside. It looks like there's contact, but yeah, there was not. But we keep going, and yeah, Morali is making a move, trying to make a move, but this is a half move, and now there definitely is contact. That's too bad. It causes damage right away. And Goodman also wants to be part of the touching drivers and makes contact with Morali.
We're looking at Godfrey then, going into this very tight castle section soon. Oof, gets really close to the wall view. Let's see now. Into the castle section, and he has a spin and a touch with the wall and a touch with the car behind. Oh, it's so easy to do that. Obviously, there's a lot of elevation change, and yeah, this is just the most frustrating thing as a driver, where you just have to wait for everyone to pass. It is lap 5 of the race, riding on board with Morali, going in to close that gap on Gutman. Gutman moving to the defensive line here, but Morali has that overspeed with DRS. I don't think Goodman will get back on this one. Oof, he's getting close. He looks for it, but Morelli holds on to that position for now. Going to another great overtaking place. And, there's a little bit of contact for Goodman. I think that was just a bit of lag and a slight contact from Goodman behind. We'll see if that gets a penalty. Most likely, I think it will, seeing as Goodman was not alongside. But Morelli loses that position then because of that incident. We're going to have to see if there's going to be a lot of damage on that car. Probably will, but I'm unsure of how that will affect Morales' race.
We are in lap 7, and Horacek is following Godfrey really close. Wants to make a move, but he bails out of it, and that's very smart of him, because another DRS zone is coming up. Preparing yourself for a move on the second straight, I would say, and yes, already having a little bit of overspeed here. A beautiful camera by the trees. But yes, he's going for it, and he makes the move stick. Very well done from Horacek. And you remember, he was a part of the incident in third lap, but he's fighting his way back step by step. I'm sure he's gonna gain some more position later on.
It's lap 8 of the race. We have Diaz here, and a bit of a touch in the wall, and he slows down a lot. That is going to put Horacek behind in a very good position to make a move. Obviously, we've seen that gap now decrease a lot, and I think this is going to stress Diaz out a bit. I know I would have been a little bit stressed when you see that car behind and just looking to make a move. Obviously, Horacek has a lot of pace, we've seen, and he actually gets the move done already. Could there be a lot of damage probably to Diaz's car? That looked like Diaz almost let him through. That was a really interesting one.
And behind them, Georgiades and Singh are closing up. And yeah, again, it looks like Diaz is just letting them pass.
Yeah, we're on lap 7 now, looking for a really close battle here with Horacek behind Jet. Horacek taking that offensive line. Ooh, and looks to close the gap. Oof. I mean, it's a really good move from Horacek with that DRS, but a little bit of contact. from, I think it was Jit behind, pushing him on a bit. But there seems to have been no damage done really there, so maybe not a penalty. We'll have to wait to see. It was a really slight contact there. But Horchik gets that move done. Jit looking to make a pass again, but yeah, he can't get by. I think this is a position lost for Jit. Horchik driving really well now, I have to admit. Got a lot of pace in that car, it seems.
Yes, great fight to witness here. Yes, but there's more, of course.
It's lap 9 now. We're riding on board with, or we're looking at, I should say, Singh with behind Georgiades here. It's Griffman behind as well. Tight back here. Maybe a move looking, probably. Oh, Griffman actually gets a very good run here on Singh. Moves, oh, Singh almost blocking him there, but it was fine. Yeah, Singh just drops by here. Probably saving a bit of ERS, I'm thinking. Yeah, the flashing lights on. Yeah, that was an interesting one actually. He dropped behind a lot here, Singh. It could be an interesting strategy choice, I guess, but it's often not good when you lose that much pace in just one straight. So we're gonna have to see what happens with Singh in this race. Maybe he's just a strategy god, I guess. Could be that as well, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Gutman actually looking to make a move on. Georgiades here doesn't quite get there though. We'll have to see this turn here. Oh, it is tight. Can Georgiades hold on? They're going too wide into this very tight. Oh, might have been contact. We don't really know yet. But Gutman actually gets past. Yeah, that was a very nice racing hit there. Now Georgiades is backed up into Singh through this tight section, so I don't think they will get past very soon. Gutman, yeah, he just keeps going. That was very nice moves from Gutman. Now we're on board with Georgiades again. Singh dropping by a little bit, but maybe we can get back on this straight if he can keep it in 1 second behind. Oh, Singh gets really good traction out of that corner, but can he hold on? That is the question. Obviously, it's all a bit wide.
Yeah, I want to talk about this as well, because we saw it before. The straight line speed of Singh is really bad, so I think he's just simply on a very high downforce setup, and maybe also bad usage of ERS. But this is insane how much time he's losing on the straights. All right, and also Yit is really close to Fabio Gall. Lap 9, coming up to turn 3 now, and yeah, Gall is closing in. Is he going for a move? He is not, or maybe two, maybe he is, but then there is contact, and we're gonna break this one down.
Yeah, we see that move now from Gall, and there's a lot of movement there. I think we're gonna have to see that one in slow motion actually. Taking a look at the slow-mo then, I think we're gonna focus a bit on Jit here, obviously Gall behind, but Jit going straight, and then he actually moves a bit under braking here. This is what I saw before. That is not what we want to see. Moving under braking is really dangerous. That actually forces Gall into the wall with his rear tyre. Obviously we see a bit of oversteer here. Yeah, that's a slam dunk penalty if I'm being honest. Moving under braking is just never okay.
Alright, back to the fight in front. We are on board with Vanotti, and we see Godfrey going out of the way very beautifully. But the distance between Vanotti and Malone is very close here. Well inside of the DRS window. I don't think Malone can cover this off anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there is a bit of space here. Depends on how much energy I think Vanotti has. But here he comes. Yeah, okay, it's a slam dunk pass. You called it.
Yeah, you saw already at the light at the rear that Malone was saving, so he was just giving up the position to get the DRS probably in next lap. Oh, what we see here, Fabio Gall comes out of the pits right in front of the leaders. Let's go on board with Vanotti again. Yeah, blue flags are already into place, I would say. Going through turn 3 and 4, but it doesn't look like Gall is moving out of the way.
Yeah, at the same time, he isn't really in their way, so to say, but it could be a problem very soon. Yeah, in these sections, I think it sort of hinders. I think it's much more a mental thing when you got blue flags called in front that isn't moving, because I often get quite, not scared, but you sort of get like, okay, is he gonna let me pass? Is he just gonna keep driving his line? So I think it's more of a mental thing here for Vanuti, where Gao is a problem.
Yeah, but I have to say, we also have to take a look at the rules, because when there are less than 4 car lengths in between, you simply need to move out of the way, and that was actually the case. But Gal is, yeah, just thinking he has good pace, and he does, and he's in a fight himself, but it doesn't matter. Leaders are coming, and still he's not moving out of the way at all, just taking the fight to Singh here. And yeah, well, we can see he's simply sticking to the racing line. You need to get out of the way. It's not that the leaders should, and there you see the problem right there, because he was covering the racing line and compromised the first corner for Malone. This is really not what we want to see. But yeah, it happens, as my friend Frans always says.
Continue then on lap 11 here. We have Malone and Vanotti in front, riding on board with Gal. Gal still keeping up pretty well with these two, if I'm being honest. Might have been a bit of traffic that set them by, but Gal still looking to be a contender in this race, I have to admit. We have Godfrey now.
Yeah, I want to say something, because this is actually how you can react to blue flags. Godfrey does an amazing job there, and the reason Gal is having such great pace is, of course, that he pitted and he has new tires. But sorry to interrupt, go ahead.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Let's see now, can Godfrey let him through when it's tight coming into this corner, but Godfrey lets him past. Yeah, very good, very good. But these two are still battling for position here, it seems. Gao going around outside, he's thinking about it. Not the smartest move, I don't think. Obviously, you want to be the car behind on this straight here. Whoa! And Gao catches a little curb and spins into Godfrey.
Alright, one more look at this huge crash from Fabio Gal. Bottoming out over the curb, as Frans already mentioned, and then takes Godfrey with him. Luckily Godfrey can continue, but it doesn't look like Fabio Gal can.
30 now, a lap behind the blue flags incident. I think there's going to be a pit stop here for Vanotti. He's holding that inside line. I think it's Malone behind, using that stick. Yeah, like I called it. Vanotti going into the pits. It's a really good break point there, I think. It's going to be interesting to see what tyres he actually chooses here, because he obviously started on the C4s, but as well, Azerbaijan isn't really a high dig track, so we'll have to see now.
Alright, and yeah, I can actually tell he's going to the C3 compound of tire. And yeah, as we saw Malone just continuing, then I'm really curious about what his strategy is going to be. First place right now, but his tires must be, yeah, getting really old at the moment, losing the grip, but let's see how far he can go.
Looking then at Franklin here, going past Horacek obviously involved in that first lap incident, so blue flags already, but I mean, I think that half the grid is a lap behind right now. Franklin on those harder tyres than Malone. Malone has stretched his tyres all the way now. He's on the C4, so those tyres are going to be dead. Franklin actually has made quite a big gap now, or he's taken back to quite a big gap. Obviously, he dropped a lot in the start, but now he's slowly but surely chewing away at that gap. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get past Malone in the end. Depends on when they pit, I think. Franklin seems to still be going strong on these tyres. Yeah, could this be a good strategy, Malone?
Yeah, well, from Malone it was a really tricky one, because he stretched the C4 tires for 16 laps, and that is really on the edge. Going into the pit right in front of Franklin, then Franklin is joining him, sticking in between the white lines perfectly. And yeah, well, I'm curious about the second stint strategy from those guys. And yeah, we cannot see it on the leaderboard, unfortunately. But Malone is going for the C5 tire for the last 10 laps. And Franklin is choosing the C4 tire. So that's gonna be really interesting as well. Yeah, Malone has damage. He didn't fix it in the pit from the incident with Morali, and he hit the wall later on. So yeah, he needed to push his car to the max to cover the same pace as Franklin and Vanotti. I'm curious what the gap is now to Vanotti, because he already pitted and he is on the C3. So we have 3 different compounds. The leaderboard again, but it's actually around 4 seconds.
Right now we're looking at Godfrey, we have Diaz behind, a few cars behind I think. Going into this last tricky section. This is a really tricky braking point here. Let's see if he can go on. As I say, he spins. I think it was out of the wall though, but looking at Gisbert here, having to get past Godfrey now. It's going to be interesting if Godfrey has been able to move or not. Oh, Gisbert actually does the same thing. He spins into Godfrey. That is unfortunate for both of them. It's going to be interesting to see if Godfrey can even get past him. Gisbert spins again into the wall, and here comes Diaz, his teammate. Has to take avoiding, and there's going to be a lot of damage. We'll have to see. He might even retire here. Depends. No, he keeps going. Very good. It's what we want to see. But that is going to be one hell of a car to drive now. It's not going to be easy for him. I think that is race ruined or over. He was in the wall again, I think. There is so much going on right now, Malone.
Yeah, you're totally right. And it's hard to drive with a broken car, of course, but yeah, Gisbert is gonna touch the wall a little bit too much above the limit, and yeah, he will give up pretty soon, unfortunately. There he goes again. And that was the last one.
We're in the last couple of laps now, 3 laps to go or so. We're looking at Franklin here in the top 3. He's P3 right now, behind Malone, and Panotti leading this pack. On board with Malone now. It's a tidy corner going into the straight. That is exactly what you want. The gap is around 1 second per car now. The gap to Malone and Franklin was before 4 seconds, but Franklin has caught up to Malone. It's going to be interesting to see if he can catch up in the end. It's going to be a mega move, I think we're going to see coming soon, if nothing happens, that is. But Franklin, yeah, we can see how much he's getting in the DRS there. We're going to have to wait and see.
Malone closed the lap to Vanotti a little bit, 1.8 seconds at the moment. Yeah, and he has to, because he's under big pressure from Franklin here. Look at how close he is. Yeah, with the damage of Malone, he probably cannot keep Franklin off. He's going really over the limits of the car at the moment. Maybe we can see it in the movement of the car, but especially the upcoming corner, not this one, but the next, of course, is really tricky and especially when you have damage. So, and this is exactly what is happening. Malone hitting the wall. Oh man, he is out of the fight. And now the fight's only between Franklin and Vanotti.
Okay, we're going to take a look at Malone's little incident here in the car section. Going into this corner, a little bit straight, but then, yeah, the car just, he hasn't got the rears in there. It just slips out. Oh, and then, oof, backs into Albert there. Gonna have to wait and see if there's a penalty. Oh, and he's sliding all over the place. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but with that damage, I don't think there's much he could have done, really. Yeah, and obviously Malone, with that bit of damage from the castle incident, Horchek would have a lot more pace, but he's a lap behind. He is technically allowed to unlap himself here, since he has a lot better pace, but he sticks behind. So I think that's just a sort of note to next race, that if you have a lot more pace, unlap yourself. It's totally fine. I don't think Malone would have caught him anyway after that. Okay, going over the start-finish line then, on board, sitting on Franklin's wing here. We have Vanotti in front, leading this pack. He has had a really good race, Vanotti. Obviously, he got a bit lucky with Malone's instant there, but still a really good race from him. It seems that Franklin's strategy hasn't really worked out for him today, but I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right?
Yeah, but he is closed in to Vanotti, don't forget about that. And yeah, I think he has still good tires. And yeah, the last lap now. Again, Godfrey goes out of the way in a professional way. Thank you very much for that. Not everybody did it the right way. And I'm not only talking about Fabio Gal, but something to do better next time for everybody, I think. But Baku is the most tricky track, and now Franklin is coming close. We're up to the last final straight, and I think he has DRS. Can he make a move and take the win away from Vanotti? This is really exciting. Vanotti recharging his battery at the moment, as you can see at the light. Franz, make it, finish it out.
Yeah, okay, going into this, the last real corner here, we're going to the SS soon, but it's going to be interesting to see, has Franklin saved up enough energy to get past? And after actually, he goes really quick here. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be really tight, actually. With the DRS, from I think that might be DRS, probably. Oh, it's going to be to the line, it's going to be to the line. Franklin, oh, that was an amazing finish.
After 26 laps of Baku, and it's a long track, 45 minutes, a photo finish between Franklin and Vanotti. What a race. Well driven.
Yeah, that was an exciting one, I have to say.
Alright. I think we're gonna close off. But what track is coming up next? Franz, you always help me out.
I don't actually know.
It's Fuji.
Next week we're going to Fuji, Japan. A track we haven't seen F1 cars in on a while, but it's going to be interesting to see how these new modern F1 cars handle that track. Fuji's, I mean, it's a favorite of mine. It's a really interesting track. A lot of elevation changes, fast corners, slow corners as well. So it's a bit of everything, I would say.
Yes, very exciting. I never been there, so another challenge, big challenge for me, because yeah, before we go, we talk a little bit about the standings. Malone still in first place with 90 points, but followed closely by Vanotti with 85 points, so only 5 points of a difference in the championship. And then Franklin has 79, so the difference of the top three is within 11 points. It's really amazing. Sorry,
we can't forget the battle for P4, I say. We have Albert, Morelli, Diaz, Eads, Prunings, Jit, all of them very close together. I think 5 points difference between Horacek and Jit. So that is one thing we have to look out for the next coming races, because this is a really tight battle here.
Exactly. It's never been so excited in previous seasons. So yeah, looking forward to the next. And Franz, of course, thank you very much for commentating with me again. And yeah, I think that's it.
As always, it's been a pleasure. Have a great one, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Luca Vanotti, welcome to the interview room and congratulations on your first place. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great.
You had to wait for this a long time, I think, but you won fair and square, no time penalties or nothing involved, so you did it, man.
No, all clean.
Yeah, no, but also from me, I remember, what was it, Germany? Hockenheim, and then you won.
I don't remember.
No, I have a brain of an elephant, maybe.
I think it was Germany. I think so.
I know for sure. But then I had 5-second penalty and finished in the first place. But you took the win because of the. But this time it's totally different. Can you talk us through your race? Let's start with qualifying.
Quite simple qualifying, not super quick, but safe laps. I think I understood my lesson from Spa. Very, very careful laps, so they weren't super quick. The only quick lap I did was my last one, which was a good qualifying, I believe, a solid qualifying.
137.2. Yeah, don't forget that the track grip was not on 100% overall.
Last lap it was 100, so
Yeah,
I think I did the best I could.
that's true, but you have to adjust. You're not used to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
100%, so it's always little slower than you're used to in practice. But very decent, and second place there, and then
Yes.
the race starts.
A good, very good first lap. The start was not great, but the first lap overall was amazing. Exiting P1 is always a good feeling on the first lap. So, yeah. Then the race was solid. The race pace was incredible. I didn't think I could do such a race pace, considering the practice I did was terrible race pace. And now I'm here winning, so I don't know.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed was that you were on a well. Actually, Franklin was on a different strategy. We both
Yeah,
started on the
completely
C.
different.
Yeah, 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 and also you and me, but that opened up later. But we both started at the C4.
Yeah, it started on C1s. I don't know how they weren't the usual greatest style of the race this time. C1s, they were way too hard, and I couldn't even try to get them to temperature, so I didn't use them.
No, exactly, no, exactly. But I think Franklin did use it in the end, but we talked to him later.
He used it in the first stint, and it was a blessing, I believe. He had, I think, he struggled quite a bit on the first laps.
No.
It was a good race. C3s, amazing tires, quite always up to C4s on the first stint. They were the best, I believe, in this race. They were easy to get to temperature and keep on temperature. And yeah, the first thing was just like this, always stuck behind Malone and just keeping close to him and not letting him go away.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, there were some moments that I had the second, but I made
Yeah,
some mistakes. And oh, in the first lap, you know, let's do this interview this time together because otherwise I have to interview myself anyway later. So we talk more about our fight. But my first lap was Murali made contact with me, so that was the first damage I had. And then later in the first stint, I made another mistake and I had orange rear wing all over the race, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to repair because then I lost anyway. So I stuck with the damage and oh man, it was terrible. But we had a great fight in this first stint. How does that feel for you?
It felt good. Finally having a good battery strategy was, I believe, quite the best thing I could have. Like finally doing the right thing with the battery, just keeping it to with the push button. It
All
was
right, yeah,
the best strategy.
you took my advice. That's nice to hear, man. And it shows. It shows immediately, right?
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely, it was a game changer having all that battery on the straights and always having it quite comfortably charged. It was an incredible feeling.
So I have to be worried now from now on for you again, like in the season 2 and 3.
Then, like the pit stop was a good pit stop. The C3s were good, quite, maybe a tiny bit too hard. But I pitted way too early to go to C5 like you did. So
It
I
was
think I
still.
was. It was a forced move going to the C3s. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it to the end.
Well, I took a gamble there, to be honest, because yeah, I knew I had to do 16 laps to make the C5s work, but then I did the practice and I was on the wrong tire. I took the C3, did 16 laps, and then I needed to do the C4. Damn it! So I didn't know if they were gonna last. And oh man, I think
They didn't.
yeah, well, I did manage to keep them alive, but I was worried that I gonna have like a bursted tire or something, but that didn't happen.
They were, I think, they were too soft, I believe. So I originally thought of going to the C2s, but they were way too hard. So yeah, even the strategies were, I think, good. And yeah, the final lap was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The last straight with Franklin going.
Before we go there, before we go step by step. But
Yeah.
I have one final question.
Yep.
Did you stay behind on purpose to Malone?
Yeah.
All right.
It's,
I thought so. I thought so. Very very smart.
I had an intention to pass him, but yeah, on the straights we always had the battery, so it was nearly impossible to pass him. So I just kept myself behind him and learn from him how to drive on some corners.
All right, all right. And then your fight with Franklin. He had 2 seconds when were 3 laps to do, and I made a big mistake and I crashed my car again.
Oh, that's what happened. Now
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. I could continue and I had enough gap to finish the race in third. But yeah, my fight was over. But I needed to drive over the limit all the time because of the damage, and it just didn't work out. But all right. But then the two laps were to go, and Franklin gained on you step by step, or
He gained on me on those 2 laps, I believe, 2 seconds. He had an incredible pace. He had C4s, and they were the best tires he could have. So they were fresh, much more fresh than my C3s. So
I thought he had C3, no? Oh, he had C4.
C4s,
Oh, okay.
C4s.
Now I understand. Yeah. All right, all
I
right.
believe I believe he did C once. I really need to verify, but I think he did C. He wanted to go to C3s, but at the last seconds he changed to C ones. I'm quite sure of it.
All right, all right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, probably. I can check right away, actually.
So he did a super long stint, and then he switched to C4s, and it was by far the quickest. He was doing low 38s. I was doing 39s all the time, so he was gaining on me all the time.
And only in the last lap he had DRS then, or what?
Yep, yes. He only had on the last lap. I also had the DRS, otherwise I would have lost this race. So I had a back marker that luckily gave me the DRS. So that was what made me win. Otherwise, I would have completely lost on the straight.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tire, but he started on the C1. You were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then went to the C4. Actually, yeah, you're totally right. Yes. All right.
And he also had actually good pace on the C1s, considering the fact that they were probably stone cold all the time. He had quite a bit of pace, but I don't think they were the right choice.
No, definitely. But he did a good job, and yeah,
Yeah.
almost, but not good enough, mate. All right, we're gonna close off, or maybe you want to add something yourself. I don't
No,
know.
I think I already said enough. So
All right. Congratulations again. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. And yeah, up to the next. I think it's Fuji, one of my worst tracks. So, oh man, I'm going to be under pressure this season, I'm sure.
I don't think I ever drove an F1 car in Fuji, so it will be a new experience for me.
Then do some practice because
Yeah.
yeah, it's a real great battle for first place in the end. So put some time in, buddy.
Okay.
All right. See you soon. Thank you very much for the interview, and we meet up next time.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya. Luke Franklin, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Loud and clear. That's great. Congratulations on your second place. Oh man, that was close. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was a good race. I think all in all it went well. It's quite difficult at a street circuit to be able to push consistently and not put it in the wall. So yeah, I think it went well.
All right, let's start with the qualifying then. You took pole position this time.
Yeah, quali went better than I expected, to be honest. Normally I'd say quali is probably my worst part, but yeah, quali went well. I was able to put in good laps every time and use the most of the grip increase in from the end of the session, and yeah.
All right, a 1:36.8. That's very nice. Did you do it in your last lap? When the grip
Yes.
was 100%? Yeah, exactly. Well, good adjustment then, because it's always weird when the track grip is changing. So yeah, adjusted very well. But then the race starts. I was a little bit surprised about your strategy.
Uh, yeah, I was surprised by everyone else's, to be honest. I didn't quite realize. I mean, I did practice in that, but for me, the other tires just didn't really give me much more pace than the C1s. But then in the actual race, the difference was pretty big. I was lapping slower than I was in practice, so I don't really know what happened there. But
Well, maybe
yeah, I
also
think
because of the track grip then in the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, and the C1s were so hard to get it up the temperature. Did you manage to get some heat in them?
Yeah, I think after like 5 laps, I managed to pick up the pace a bit more, and I think I was only a few tenths off you guys, but it was the first probably 4-5 laps where I lost a lot of my time just because the tires were cold and yeah, I couldn't warm them up.
Yeah, exactly. But very impressive pace then on those cold tires. And you simply thought my race will come in the end, or not?
Yeah, basically, I mean, to be fair, I didn't quite expect you C4s to go as long as they did, to be honest. I think it was like 16 laps for you, which is ridiculous.
It was tricky, I can tell you that one.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
imagine. So yeah, I mean, to even take them over 10 laps, I think were pretty impressive alone. I think Vinotti ran them for quite a while as well, but yeah, I think I was going to go to the mediums, but after seeing you guys run the C4s for that long, I knew straight away that that was the tire that I was going to go on, and yeah, the pace on them was really good. I think, yeah, I'm happy with the result. I do think I could have definitely won that race. Back markers kind of ruined my race, to be honest.
yeah.
Just not out the way. I don't really know, yeah, what was going on there. But
I noticed. I
yeah,
noticed this as well. They took too some of them, not all of them, but some of them took too long to get out of the way. Yeah.
yeah, and just coming back like in front of you in stupid places, and I almost rear-ended one of them, and it just lost you them that bits of time, and yeah, that cost me, I think, in the end. And even on the last lap, I would have had the win if it weren't for the back marker giving DRS to Vinotti. So yeah, that was great. I had everything planned, and then yeah, he got DRS, so I knew it was going to be over then. But yeah, all in all, yeah,
Vanotti
happy. I
had
just
DRS on you the last lap. I thought it was the other way around.
I had DRS on him,
Yeah, exactly. All right.
but there was a back marker in front of him that slowed basically to give him DRS on
Ah,
on the last main straight.
that's harsh,
So
man. Yeah, that's harsh.
yeah, that was a bit of a joke, to be honest. But I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, well, you cannot fully blame them, of course. I had a similar situation, and then he got out of the way in between the first and the second DRS, and I think, okay, why then, But yeah, it's out of
It's one
our
of them things. It
yeah,
happens, and
yeah,
at the end of the day, I'm still happy with the result. I think I've gained points on yourself, so that's something that doesn't happen very often. So I can't complain. So yeah,
no,
no, I'm happy with how it went, and I think the only thing I could have changed is probably the strategy. Um, but other than that, I think yeah, I'm happy with it.
all right. Yeah, I did talk about my race a little bit together with Fanotti, so I'm not gonna do that. If you want to know,
Yeah, I'll watch it back.
sorry.
I'll watch it back. I'll
Yeah,
listen to that
exactly.
side.
Otherwise, we do it double. But all right. Do you know about the standings?
Uh, I'm guessing Venosi probably jumps me again.
Yes, the difference was one point, but you both came closer to the number one, and it's a real open championship for the lead, and that's very nice to see after 5 races of 8. Yeah. So
Yes, it's good. It's definitely one of the closest racing today. Yeah, no, it was nice to see, and yeah, some good battles. Just yeah, like I say, shame about a few things, but Yeah,
Yeah,
that's to be expected.
always
It happens sometimes.
that happens always a little bit somewhere on track. Yeah. Well, definitely the most challenging championship up until now for me as well. So yeah, very excited and a little bit scared also.
That's good. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, exactly. All right, maybe you want to add something yourself, or shall we close off?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Just congrats to Venotti on his win, and obviously another podium for yourself. So even with a mistake, being able to get on the podium is always good. So yeah, congrats to you both, and yeah, let's hope for another good one next week.
Thank you very much, mate. Hope to see
Yeah,
you
no,
next time.
thank you. Yes, I'll
And
catch you soon.
yes, definitely. Take care, man.
Take care, man.
Bye bye.
Bye.